Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to It's Never Sunny in Duskvol. Okay, guys. So let's do some more games. Let's get some more crime in. So, we were following Mr. Bubbles. Mr. Bubbles was trailing this cart to Charter Hall. Are we gonna wait until Mr. Bubbles comes back to report, or I'll let you know that he lands in front of an inspector's building and comes back.
Yeah, because I definitely think it's like he goes on this, he comes back, and then Jewel like does some mystic bullshit to get like the image of where they ended up out of his brain. And then
And I think
kind of
maybe
frowns. And like we're all together now again, like back in the office.
Yeah. So like the last thing we saw of that scene is like the guy getting out and talk, and like you hear him like hail and like talk, like he's talking to somebody in the building, and you hear Inspector Drake, and then we cut back over.
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys are back
the
in
inspectors now. Might make our job a little bit more difficult.
Motherfucker.
Do you still want to get revenge on him, Seer? I have a little bit of a laugh in my tone when I ask that. Like, I'm not serious.
Like Seer's like, yeah.
How do you propose we do that? He's with them. And we're
Well,
already wanted.
we can't fucking frame him. They're the inspectors. They're incorruptible.
So murder's still on the table then.
Good question.
This warrant go away, but I might feel better about it.
You're murderers, you're not assassins. You expect to do this cleanly and get away.
I don't want to do this cleanly. I want to send a message.
To the inspectors? Or to
every motherfucker in Duskvol.
I don't, and like I think that like sets Jewel back a step. Like she's vicious and reckless, but that's just a little over the top. And she like turns to Seer and is like, "You can't be serious."
Like, whoa. But like, Seer is dead serious.
Okay.
Going to get us all killed.
If we can't frame him, we have to kill him.
So I will move the marker to where it is.
But like, doesn't mean we can't still try to frame him, right? Like this is Seer's opinion, is that we should just kill him instead. But if you want to go through with, let's frame him anyway, and maybe it's like, but he was a new inspector, so that's why we can, he just got promoted or he just got assigned because of whatever, but they didn't really do a thorough background check, so that's why we're nailing him now with this, whatever, right? Like it could still happen. It's just Seer's opinion is like, no, we have to kill
him.
I just don't know that killing him will solve anything. It's just gonna feel good.
Give a knowing look to Jewel. Like, yeah.
And I think Jewel like kind of like wants to side with Vale out of loyalty. And so she says, "We can always kill him later. Taking care of this warrant is a fairly pressing matter."
Yeah, like, are you get him killed in Iron Hook? Sure, let's do it.
Is anyone else around your crew to hear this? Because I feel like if they were, they would resist to this, being like, "Are you fucking crazy?"
No, we
no,
we
we're
have our
definitely
conversations in private.
privately.
I know.
Mhm.
We have two options here. I'm ignoring the Drake situation for now because it seems like that is beyond our scope. We can try to make some sort of peace, some kind of peace between the unseen and the hive. Or
Yeah, like it's been a while, but like I want to remember or remind. I want to remember. What the fuck, Eric? I want to remind you guys because yeah.
Sorry, one sec.
For some reason, there's an airplane taking off in front of Asteyni's house. That sucks. I hate it when that happens. I used to, if you guys remember the old Once Upon a Games, I lived next to like a like right down the main corridor for a bunch of ambulances, and it's just like life. So,
People are just really excited about the nice weather and they're driving their motorcycles around.
right, that makes sense. Okay, well, I just wanted to remind everybody there's the Wraiths are also fighting the unseen.
Are we aware of that? Do we know who the Wraiths are?
Wait, kind of.
We do, but
So-
we're not friends.
So this is a long time ago. So
Oh,
this is
right.
between the Wraiths and the Circle of Flame, but the Wraiths also are kind of fighting the unseen on their own way as well.
So the Wraiths are the guys that copied Aedric into
Yeah.
making Aedric.
They have some of those relics that the Circle are after that they're protecting.
They're
Yeah, and
all
we're
into,
let's
like,
see, we're
women.
So I just want to say, like, the Wraiths could be an ally because we haven't seen them in a while in
we're
this
at
fight
-2
for
with the
compromise.
Wraiths and
Oh, yeah, they
-2
hate
with
you.
the unseen.
Never mind, they don't like you. Okay.
No, they do not like us, but it might be good to try to repair that relationship because we have information on the unseen that they may want. And we may be able to repair that relationship by coming together against a mutual enemy because, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think, I mean, that's what I want to do because I'm good at talking to people. I'm good.
That's true.
Want to bring
I'm
people to
good
the
at
table?
making people
Bad.
like me.
We're real bad at that.
Okay.
So I think I propose that. I mean, if we're aware that the Wraiths are against the unseen, and if you're reminding us of that, then we should be. I think
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, I'm trying to figure out what to do. And my mind goes back to Aedric because I want to throw him in prison. But then that reminds me of the Wraiths and that whole situation there. And how they wouldn't hate me. They just hate you guys for robbing them. And we gave it back in the end. So there could be something to be done there. But I wasn't involved in that at all. So I might be able to make something happen. I'm like, what about the Wraiths? They have things against the unseen. We have knowledge about the unseen. We could help each other. Repair that relationship that got soured early on. And
How
they
do
may
you
be
suppose we do that?
we have a conversation. That's how I do everything. We just talk.
I'll leave you
We've
to
done
it then.
we've done research. We probably know more about them than most people here in Doskvol. So we definitely have something on offer.
Not a bad idea.
I don't have a contact with the Wraiths, though, except for Aedric, and he's not here to play Aedric, and I don't know if he has a contact with them.
I think Aedric would be out of contact for the most part. Anyways.
Yeah. So I'm not entirely sure how to reach out to them. I feel like Seer or Jewel might have a better idea because they're actually the ones that had the dealings with them. And I wasn't involved in that at all. That was like one of the sessions that I wasn't here for.
It's a good question.
Let me see. Oh God, not really. I'm trying to remember because we brought them to. Oh fuck! No, they're in night market, if I remember right. And that's a bad place to go.
Well, we don't necessarily have to go into night market. We just have to reach them somehow. And if that's where their headquarters was, we can assume it's probably not still there.
Well, that's my point. Like the only place I would know where to go find them is a night market, which either
Yeah.
we can't go or they're not there, or both, right? So Siri is bringing this up, but also being like, no, this is a terrible idea, and we need to figure out Drake first. But if you have but like I don't have contacts either. That would be.
No, we might have to go try to just risk it. And Kelsa, you're muted.
I don't want to tell you how to do your job, Vale, but if you want to broker peace between the Hive and the Unseen, maybe we should reach out to the Hive.
I've spoken to them about that already. While they are open to it, they are not looking to broker peace. They're more passive. They are pleased if peace comes to them.
You can't even get a name from them?
What kind of name? Because the Wraiths would not be brokering peace at all. They would be destroying them, as far as I'm aware.
Isn't that a type of peace?
I'll see what I can do. Worst case scenario, we could reach out to Dole again and see if she'll run something in the newspapers.
All right, then.
So, I guess I want to talk to Miguel.
Okay, let's try to talk to Miguel from the Hive.
So they're hiding out at the Painted Lady for the most part. That's where they're holed up. So
Yes.
I would head there and look for him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it would make sense that he's at the Painted Lady. So, actually, let me do a fortune roll and just hope to God I don't roll a 1.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's there. All right.
Okay.
He looks a little upset though, but he's there.
Okay. I take note of that, but I don't ask him how he is. I say, Miguel, we need to talk privately.
Huh? Oh, sure. That's fine.
I believe my back office is still unoccupied. Let's go there.
He like does a quick little mental math. Like, is that true? I think so. I think that's true. Yeah. Yep. And he's like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, there's probably some obscure shit in there.
That's funny. Yeah, that's probably is. Okay.
Nobody else has the audacity.
No. Okay.
I think there's like some on the desk, and I see it, and I just shove it off onto the floor, and I go sit down at my desk.
So rude.
Ugh. Okay.
Fold my hands
Yeah.
on the table. Take a breath. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this is my
I think
office.
Miguel. Yeah. I think Miguel wants to. Does Miguel know better than to be like, hey, it's okay? Like to tell you, like, I know we're all a little stressed, like to say something. He probably does. He probably does. So he stops before you spot him being like, you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And okay, so it happens. Okay, so Miguel's here. So you wanted to. Okay. Yeah. So you want to talk to me about something?
Mm-hmm. The Unseen has been a thorn in both of our sides for far too long. I feel like you would agree with that.
He nods.
I don't want to bore you with the details, but we've been able to acquire some information on them, and that information.
He eyes you, being like, you caught another one.
I don't give anything away.
Okay.
We were able to acquire some information on them, and
Okay.
we believe it would be of value to the Wraiths, who are also a faction, were not pleased with them. Unfortunately, they're not really talking to us right now for an unrelated matter. I'm reaching out to you because I believe if we were able to repair that relationship, we could forge some sort of alliance that could get rid of the unseen before they do more damage.
He's doing the math and and says, well, the Wraiths would be a pretty powerful ally, but they don't like. He catches himself. He doesn't like our style. They don't like our style of business. However, I don't think we know much about them since the Imperials have shown up. Perhaps they have become more pragmatic given the circumstances.
So you don't have any contacts that I could use to find them?
No, but
no one in your organization has
Oh.
any contacts.
Oh yeah, you're asking that way. Yeah, he's like, I mean, I think so. Yeah, it's almost assuredly they
We
do.
know you're just lower management, Miguel.
Yeah, but like he doesn't know, but like he could ask around. All right.
I'm going through you because you're the one who is assigned to us. If you need me to talk to someone else higher up in the chain, such as
No, that could be done through me. I can take care of this for you.
That's why I spoke to you first. I smile.
Yeah.
An
Okay.
empty smile, but I smile. Should I take Drake as a leader of the Lost off as my friend?
Yeah, you totally should. Yeah.
By the way, I was just going through our crew sheet, and you're like, oh, he's got a green uptick.
Yeah, no, not anymore. Okay.
And it should probably be a down and maybe put inspector instead.
Okay, so I need to roll up some stuff about what the Hive know about the Wraiths. Whew, okay. Not great.
Where's it pass?
Yeah. I know. It's still not great. So, the Wraiths. Yep, we were able to find you a contact. Let me just come up with a quick name for the guy. It's probably not going to be great, but it will work. Oh, that's interesting. That's super interesting. Yeah, okay. The contact you have is named Loop.
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 Okay.
LOOP.
Yeah, they say it's a new person rising to the ranks of the Wraiths. Apparently they've shown up recently and have just been kind of like this is like all like rumor of what they've heard, right? That Loop has risen to the ranks recently. They are an expert. They seem to have a really keen eye on information and like knowledge about ins and outs of different organizations and such like that. Basically, kind of like this unknown who just shows up and is a big player.
Okay. Do they give me contact information, or are they going to set up a meeting? Or
Yeah, they're gonna set up a meeting for you.
Okay.
We should probably have the Hive be there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't think okay. Here's my question for you: Are you putting your name on this? Are you arranging this meeting on behalf of you? Is the Hive doing this? Is this like a meeting between the Wraith and the Hive, and you're going to be the person receiving them? You know, or is it like are the Wraiths going to get a message from the Hive being like, the Painted Lady crew want to meet with you, or is it or is it the Hive doing it?
I think
You know what I mean?
the Hive is the one making the contact for us, but specifically for me. It's not the crew of the Painted Lady want to meet with you. It is Vale, the leader of the crew of the Painted Lady, would humbly request your presence.
Okay. That's
and
good.
is offering information.
Yeah, of course they are. Real quick. Yep. All right. Yeah, they're totally willing. You hear back pretty quick that they'd be happy to meet with you.
Okay.
All right.
Where, like, are they setting up the terms of the meeting?
Yeah,
Or they
the
wanna
hive
meet?
the hive sets up no the hive sets up the terms between them and the rates, and I think you're gonna meet. So this is where we fucked up last time, fam. And Liefington brought it up. The Imperials are not purging Six Towers; they're purging Crow's Foot. I had Crow's Foot and Six Towers mixed up, and I just wanted to quickly say that because that's Tenpenny's court is in Crow's Foot, not Six Towers. Because right now, you guys are meeting in Six Towers.
Okay.
Okay. You guys are actually going to meet in a Ooh. I like the idea of meeting in a roof or like a building, like a not necessarily a tent, but I imagine like on the some rooftops of large buildings, there's kind of like shanty towns. And
It should be on the roof of like the Billhooks place because it's abandoned now.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. It's on the rooftop of the Billhooks place, the long ago butcher shop that has now been like graffitied and boarded up and such. Okay.
I think that those tents on top of buildings is like a main feature of night market, but you see it in some other places
Absolutely.
in Duskvol.
Right.
Especially now that night market is kind of like off limits.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
some people who got out like moved their shanty town over to some of the roofs here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Hey, can we put up our tent on your roof?
Yeah, right. So that's where we're at, and so is the meeting just between? Is anybody from the hive there? And is this just going to be a meeting? All right, who all of the crew is showing up to this meeting? Is the question I really need to ask.
I would be there unless you told me not to be.
I would want you to be there. I would be a little bit concerned about having Seer there just because he's being an upstart. I don't think I'd tell Seer about this meeting.
All right. Yeah, sure.
You could probably see it happening because they're just literally across the canal or something. Like they're not far away.
Yep.
So if you
let's
want to be involved, you can be. I'm just saying I probably don't tell you.
Let's just keep him out for now, but if shit goes down, he's close-ish.
Okay. I think Miguel whoever is making the meet happen might be there just so we recognize each other.
Miguel could be there to smooth it over.
Yeah.
The other one would be maybe Deirdre instead, who's like higher up in the chain.
Yeah. Deirdre's Miguel's boss. But no, I think Miguel would be doing this. Deirdre's too busy.
Yeah.
To be setting up your like fucking being your like executive assistant. No, like this is Miguel's job is to be the liaison for these things. All right.
That's literally his job, actually.
God.
So
Seer's empire is crumbling in his hands.
Yeah.
Just imagine him going.
Can
to
I
the
get
office
a,
and seeing all his shit on the floor?
Yeah, like you show back up there and being like, what the fuck? As then we cut over to the meeting. Right? And can I get a quick can I get a 3D 46 fortune roll, please?
Sure.
You got this.
For fortune, I'll just put that in there because I have no idea what it's for.
Yep. I'll tell you later. Fives? Okay, that's pretty good. Thank you. The rates keep you waiting a little bit.
Mm.
And
I'm not surprised.
Yep. And then a man shows up on the other side. You know, comes in from the tent. Large man, bald, Akarosi. You guys both immediately know him. He addresses you both by name.
Met him?
He
like
comes in.
actual name or
Yeah, his actual name. He knows Vale and Jewel. It's like, Vale, Jewel, it's great to meet you guys again.
Well,
And
because
this
Vale
guy's
is
but this
not
guy's
the
wearing like
actual name,
he's
is what I'm saying.
oh
Yeah, but that's what we
no,
always go by.
yeah he charmingly calls you by those names, almost endearingly. He's wearing, I think, like monkish kind of robes, and when he pulls down his head, you see like he's bald and stuff. It's Valeris,
Oh.
and he smiles and he's like,
Interesting.
"Nice to meet you guys. Hey, it's been a while."
I laugh. I literally
Yeah.
just laugh. I'm just like,
And he's like, I'm doing, yeah. He's Loop.
It's good to see you.
Hey, it's
The
good to
last
see
time
you
we
guys.
interacted was like through like.
Yeah, and speaking stones and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, sorry, I've been on the down low. Got a new job.
I see.
So he treats factions like career choices, like jobs. Like he's like a consultant, and
Mhm.
this is just his new gig.
You
He's
know,
like-
I dig it.
A job's a job. He pays in. He does. Everyone needs an information dealer, and right now the rates are paying the best. So,
Yeah.
but he's like, for what, like the only reason why he's still around and things like that is because everyone knows he has a reputation of being extremely loyal and stuff, right? And he doesn't reveal his secrets because that's literally his job. So that's
Mhm.
why he's able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes over and it's like, "Hey guys, what's up? Good to see you. Hey, I brought food." And then, he brings over some nice slow treats you probably haven't had in quite some time. And then he
Yeah,
probably
and
he
I
probably puts some
definitely-
kind of like snack thing in his mouth, or he's eating and he's talking to you while he's chewing, and it's like, yeah, it's sorry that we had to meet under such circumstances.
And yeah, like Jules just staring at him a little bit wide-eyed.
Yeah.
And is like, was not expecting this.
I'd have to
Yeah.
agree. But
Apologies for keeping you in the dark when I found out that you guys were looking to make a meeting with the Wraiths. Professionalisms. I'm just kidding. I
course.
just really wanted to surprise you guys. It was so worth it to see something else. So,
I can't say I'm disappointed. I mean, after
Yeah.
all, we're looking to make amends, and
yeah.
I don't think we've done you too poorly. Luke,
Hmm.
is it now?
He nods. He says, I know I gotta improve my name game. As he eats something else. I think it's like figs or something, like Aruvian figs.
Oh yeah, that sounds perfect.
And
Yeah,
so,
and like Jewel this entire time is just like quiet.
yeah, and I think he's kind of sad about that. It's like, Jewel, why the long face? You probably look pretty fucked up, don't you?
Not anymore, because I was healed now. But
I
she
know, but like, don't
definitely-
you have like a lot, like since the last time you saw Valeris, you've been fucked up several times.
You have a lot of traumas, and you probably have a lot of scars.
Yeah, so
do.
like I
mean,
can't imagine. I can't help but
certainly have
imagine
a lot of scars.
he looks the same as like episode 3 or whatever, and like you've just been you've been through a fucking war.
Well, yeah, I mean, she had the 2 trauma before, but the 3rd one is new.
Yeah.
But yeah, she like was quiet this whole time, and then she wasn't. She was more like a dumbstruck, and then also like, I don't even know why I'm here anymore. There's no threat. There's no possibility of a threat.
No, it's a really
Uh,
safe meeting.
It's a really safe meeting. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I feel very useless.
Jewel, have a
And-
fig.
And calm down,
Yeah.
eat a fig. Yeah, Miguel. Yeah, Miguel is kind of like, you guys know each other.
We've met.
He nods, knowing euphemistically that that's the answer to, yeah, you have a history, you have a checkered past together, right? Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, you have a meeting, you have audience with Loop.
So I think it starts off with small talk and pleasantries as we
Yeah.
catch up. kind of dancing, doing the social dance where you make
Yeah.
nice before you get to what you really want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And Vale is probably holding like a glass of wine, and she's just kind of swirling it in her hand, and she looks over at it, and then she looks to Loop, and she says, "Now, it is my understanding that your organization and my organization have a mutual enemy, so to speak."
Yeah. He nods and says, "Yeah, the unseen.
Yes.
I've heard about your escapades with them, your adventures."
Well, we've learned some things that may be useful to you. I don't know what it is you know, but I do know that your organization isn't particularly happy with us for some things that Seer did on his own.
Oh, it was actually more. It was more Aedric.
It was Aedric? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
I know you guys don't
wasn't
know.
there.
No,
I
like
just-
like I think out of just as players, it has shit to do with the artifacts of Kotar
Mhm.
that you guys took. Remember, they're supposed to like protect them and stuff, and so they were super suspicious of you.
I believe there were some things that were taken from your
Yeah.
organization that were
But-
returned.
Oh.
A sacrifice was made.
Yeah, and yeah, he's like water under the bridge. Aedric took care of it, right? Or Cadric had it. The Kotar, the artifact is back in our possession. It's in a safe place. Bygones. It's a new, and he kind of like looks. He kind of like looks out, and we kind of still sees kind of like even from our distance across the city in the distance, we see the still somewhat smoldering docks, and he's like, "It's a new age."
It's a new Doskvol.
Right, in a very like cynical joke way.
Yeah.
Or actually even better, he probably points there and points over to the night market, which is also kind of smoldering.
Mhm.
And so, yeah.
We're looking-
Idealism must give way to pragmatism.
That's my specialty.
We're
Yeah.
looking to make an alliance. We're looking to offer information and hopefully lead to the unraveling of the unseen.
Hmm.
We're not charging for this, really. Just
He's thinking it over. And I think now is the time to roll.
okay.
I think just a controlled standard.
I'm trying to convince him, so I'm gonna roll sway. Because I'm probably trying
Yeah.
to convince him, even though he's not too keen on it, it seems like, or he's
No, he is. He's doing the math and he,
well,
This is just your persuading.
I'm trying to sway him. I'm like, come on, this is obviously the best thing for you to do here. So.
Yeah. He might want something out of it. That's what I'm thinking.
He's okay. Okay. You said controlled standard?
Mhm.
I'm gonna push myself for an extra die.
Reasonable.
6.
Good job pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, he nods like, okay. This is agreeable. The raids have a very firm policy about dealing with the underworld. I guess they don't want to say underworld because to them underworld means different than what it means to you.
The black market?
Yeah, the black market, right? They don't like to associate themselves with such in the black market, even in terms of extreme circumstances like this. But an enemy of my enemy.
My thoughts exactly.
We should share notes of what we know about the unseen. Perhaps we could strike a blow against them.
Even if this is only a temporary alliance, my goal here is to have them undone. They are unnatural and
He snorts.
too powerful for their own good, for Doskvol, for any of us.
Agreed. All right. Cool. So you have forged an alliance with the Wraiths. So go ahead and boost up their faction status to 2. +2.
Nice.
Woo!
From
-2 to +2.
Yeah.
yeah.
And since we have to wrap up at 3, we should probably start looking at experience instead of
Sure.
another scene. Unless we want to do something like downtime E kind of things. Even though this wasn't really a score, it's just more kind of free play. Maybe I mean we can still talk to Valeris if you want, because otherwise I'm ready to scene.
I think I'm ready to see. There's not really anything I wanted from him, so
Yeah.
I think I'm good too, because I got what I wanted. with the
Yeah.
Alliance.
Yeah.
I always get what I want.
So maybe we could talk a little bit about like the nature of the alliance. Like we're all friends, and that's good. But like,
Yeah.
what's the plan for dealing with the unseen? Maybe we should.
Well, they're gonna
talk
we're gonna next time when we pick up, you're gonna kind of have you're gonna compare notes or assume like information is exchanged. You know what they know. You knew more about them than they did about, especially considering the spider people, the dreams and such like that, and how they're communicating and how they talk. That's kind of a big push. You do know, but you learned something very valuable that the Wraiths know. They know that the unseen needs something from the Spirit Wardens. They're still trying to figure out what, but they know that they need the unseen to get in with the Spirit Wardens, and they're not sure why. They're still putting those pieces together, and you think that if you can figure out why, you could head them off and ambush them, right? Like strategically.
Ambushing them seems like a bad idea, but warding the Spirit Warden seems like a good idea. Unless
no, that's fine. That's a good way. No, that's. I'm sorry.
I love
So
getting fucked up.
I don't mean physically ambush. I mean, I totally could mean physically ambush, but just more like strategically, like you could
Like outmaneuver them. and
Yeah, you're
get
gonna
to whatever
outmaneuver
it
their
is
plan,
first.
right? Like figure out what their plan is, what their next step is, while they don't know that you're onto them, and then cut them off, and you could maybe do something about it, right? So we can do that next when we pick up next week. So let's go ahead and do some experience.
Let's start with the crew.
Yeah, so we
'Cause
don't
we
forget.
always forget
Because we
them.
always forget.
All right. So we did not do the first thing. We didn't control any territory, sell anything, or acquire product.
Correct.
Do we contend with challenges above our current station?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe even multiple times.
Just one XP.
You're muted,
muted.
Eric.
1 XP.
Next be?
Yeah,
Alright,
I mute myself in the call because I still have that Pendragon mindset of sorry.
No, it's smart.
So that ticks us up. Did we bolster our daring reputation?
Not particularly, I think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, I think Mr. Bubbles was pretty daring.
That's true.
And he's a valuable member of this crew.
Yeah. Mr. Bubbles does kind of pull weight a lot. Okay.
He does. I mean, if nothing else, we definitely express the inner conflict of the crew.
Sure. Yeah. I would give an XP for both.
For both what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Essential nature and conflict.
Okay, cool. So that marks us up for 1 advance. So we have 2 things that we can spend?
Yeah,
So we
or
can
one
figure that-
special ability.
Yeah, so we can figure that out off camera. I'll make a note in the notes that we have 2 crew advances. And that's it
Remember,
for
when
the
we get a
crew.
crew advance, we also put money in our stash, which since we're now a tier 2 gang is 5.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. You get a little boost of boop of money.
Hey.
I like that. I like money.
Yeah, so that's good.
I also like money.
And I think that's it for the crew for now, since we can talk about advances later or in the Discord.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Cool. So, let's do the rest of XP.
Cool.
So let's start with Vale.
Oh, okay. So I didn't roll desperate, so I won't mark anything for that. I would say that I addressed a challenge with deception or influence multiple times. Since I was kind of pushing for that this session, like, let's just use our influence. Let's talk to people. I used influence with Miguel to make the meet. I used influence with Valeris to get the whole alliance going.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say multiple times there. I definitely expressed my belief that I'm the leader of the group. Especially when I shoved Sears shit off my desk.
Yep. I'm like just shoveling XP into you with that.
You are.
Kinda.
But we're kind of doing the same thing because we're fighting each other over it.
But it's great.
Yeah, I love it. My drives, I mean, I'm gonna argue for this because I don't have anything really written down, but I am more of a talker. And I basically convinced our whole group, let's not fight, let's make an ally. And
it definitely worked. I would give you 2 for that.
Okay. I'm feeling generous, and we haven't played in a couple weeks. Get 2 experience.
Okay. And then I didn't struggle with my vice. I have no trauma, so just 4.
Okay. Yeah, you never can gain experience from that, can you?
I mean, I can if I ever struggle with my vice. But I haven't.
Struggle with your vice.
I did struggle with it one time, but I usually don't struggle with it, and I still haven't gotten any traumas.
It's fine. You don't need traumas, apparently.
Apparently not, right?
I will get some XP next, because why not? I already marked my desperate. Did I address a challenge with tracking and violence? Definitely. Because it's like, okay, how are we going to find this dude? You can study around the town, whatever. And I'm like, what if instead I hunt them down?
Boom, boom, boom.
And then also, I would say that sending Mr. Bubbles after them on the cart was another time that I was using tracking to get these guys, even though I was thwarted at every turn to use violence.
Yeah.
So one or 2 there.
I think it was pretty awesome in Mr. Bubbles, frankly. So I think 2 is pretty good.
Brilliant. Express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Not very much of that actually came up, other than just believing that Vale is the leader of this crew and that I will back up her words with my actions, which has been my belief since we started having beliefs, and I think I definitely did that.
You did that because you went against your own traumas and you wanted to kill people, and you're like, no, Vale's the leader. What she says goes.
Listen to Vale. It's fine. So I think I only get 1 there though, because I didn't really drive in any way, and my heritage or background didn't really just touch in there. Other than Valeris being the contact. And then did I struggle with issues from my vice or traumas? I want to say yes, at least, because I think that I was struggling against trying to be vicious and reckless at every turn. Eventually, I settled down without actually killing anyone, but I did struggle with them.
I feel like I struggled with your vices and traumas.
More so.
Had you been there by yourself, you probably would have
Did we get any
Right.
payback against anyone that has harmed or come to or someone, us or someone we cared about? Not really, actually, because I think
I think we're
Um,
setting up to, but we haven't really.
yeah, we were like, we had a chance to like when I'm sitting there with my pistols, and I'm like, okay, I think I could take them both out, and then it's like, no, that would have given me my trigger, but
Yeah.
so I'm looking at, is it 3 or 4 total?
I think 4 for
4.
total.
4 sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I am gonna put 2 into resolve and bump up my attune again. I got 2 more, which I am gonna put into my insight. Cool.
Sounds good.
All right, for me, I didn't roll desperate, I believe. No, I addressed challenge with technical skill or destruction. Also, not really. Like I kicked over a thing, but I didn't really wreck it or anything. It was just like acting more than anything. So I didn't think so for that one. Have I expressed my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Though my heritage sadly didn't come into play because it would have been cool if Odessa was like, "Hey, we're both Aruvian. Let's talk about Aruvian stuff."
You could have,
sadly,
but
that didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. I think Severus gets like swept under the rug for a lot because from watching other games, it doesn't seem to have a very strong identity like
Mhm.
all the other places. Anyway, I'd be interested in see what happens. But I did express my belief of I'm not a snitch
Yeah, you did.
because we could have
went down the yeah.
pretty easily,
Yep, and you didn't.
and I was like, no.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations where although there was no roll, your belief prevented a certain action that we were thinking about in a big
Yeah.
way. It came up in play, and the fact that we chose not to roll was indicative of your belief. Right.
And I can't trust anyone else's lead. I should lead.
That definitely.
I talk
Yeah.
a lot about it. And
You talk, yeah, but no. Like, look at this thing. Like, you said nothing when Vale went to go meet. You know.
Well, she kept it hidden, right?
I didn't
Yeah.
tell him.
She
I know.
specifically didn't
Well,
talk to me about it at all, so I wouldn't be like, "Fuck
Yeah.
that! I'm coming. I'm gonna bring the ruckus."
yeah, that's fair. But you could have. I think you could have played that up if you wanted to. You could have been like, Vale. Like, is there a way I could have found this out and something like that? And we could have, like, if you wanted to push for it, I think you could as a player. And part of having a belief is that you are pushing this as a player. I'm not like winking at you with this like, look at this bait. No, it's like, no, you're bringing this into the game, right? So, if that's not clear yet. So that's a thing. We have a lot more clocks now. We have a lot more shit going on. And I'm really excited to see where this whole like alliance / bluecoats / the wraiths / the unseen / the hive really kind of settles out. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So that did not take nearly as much time as I thought. Normally,
okay.
I thought it takes like 20 minutes.
Sometimes it does. And sometimes it takes 5. And I think it all depends on what happens.
We could talk about what crew advances we want since we have some time.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of time and we got a little bit of crew advances.
Yeah, so let's advance the crew somewhat. So
Character sheet, get bigger.
Okay. So we've got our elite thugs, and last time we bumped up their quality, didn't we?
No. I think last time we extended our mastery track because it used to be 2 and now it's 4.
Yeah.
But it's still 2 on the sheet, so we were like, all right.
But I thought they were 2 quality and now they're 3 quality. We definitely did something with them at some point.
I mean, they have been elite thugs for a while.
Okay.
We currently have all hands that will give us an extra downtime action performed by our cohorts, which is pretty good for. I think we took it because we're at war. So and since we're looking to end it, I probably wouldn't look at any other like that.
I'm gonna recommend you guys get the hidden layer.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Yeah,
that.
that's probably a good idea.
Get the hidden layer, guys.
All right, let's
Why don't
get
we
the
get a
hidden.
layer. That
Okay,
sounds
so we've got a
pretty
hidden
sweet.
layer.
Well,
So-
then we get one more dot though.
Yeah, we still have
Yeah.
one more, so we could put it into something else. We could put it into either personal training or let's see. We don't really have a lot of money in our crew, so I don't think we really need a vault.
Can we make our can we also make it more secure? No, we already have double secure.
Yeah, we
Shit.
have
Already
double
has double
secure. Now
Yeah.
it's hidden.
We could take like a hawker's rigging. We could start filling out composed, which would eventually give us one more stress box. But it's 3
Ooh.
ticks.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good, actually.
That does sound pretty
So
good.
1 tick on composed, and then 2 ticks will fill it out.
Mhm.
Yeah, so 1 into compose, working on it, and then hidden as the vault as well.
Yes.
I mean,
Cool.
can we also think? No, I don't think you can do that. Never mind. Yeah, I like that idea a lot because
Okay.
I would like that extra stress box. It's
Totally.
not as good as some of the others where you can get an extra trauma box, but so
Yeah.
it goes.
So it goes.
Wait, you can get an extra trauma box from crew upgrades?
Yes, but they're not like special abilities
Certain-
that you can cross class into. They're cults, bravos, and assassins have the ability to gain an extra trauma box.
Oh
Yep.
shit.
But hawkers and shadows can each get an extra stress box. And smugglers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that did not take nearly as long as I was expecting either.
Did
Yeah.
that spend both of our crew upgrades though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because you put 1 dot into hidden and 1 dot
And then-
into working on composed.
correct.
Right, but each time we crew upgrade you get 2 dots.
Yeah. That,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we
the
did.
previous one we filled out mastery
Oh, okay.
is what I was saying.
Cool.
Because it's a 4
Right,
dot
right.
now.
Brilliant. Okay. In that case, perfect. Done and done. We all agreed.
Yeah. We did it.
Awesome.
Cool. Awesome.
Well,
So-
I guess we can
Let's do
I can
shout
fill out
outs
my
then.
chicken.
yeah.
Yeah, let's do some let's out the shouts.
Out the shouts.
Liefington. The town of Leaf.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter, where I post drawings, which I have been a little bit more active in. And
Yeah.
There's been a new the sprawl thing going on Roll20, and they have all new characters, and all new characters always means lots of inspiration. But then Andrew, that bastard, picks avant-garde fashion,
Yep.
and I'm like googling avant-garde, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
That sounds
yeah.
like-
how do I even? I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool.
It's fun, but other than that, just find me here. But check out, these other cool people stuff. 'cause
Yeah.
they have a lot.
Like Asteyni.
What is there to check out anymore? I'm here now, and that's it.
Are you on the internet at all? On Twitter?
You can follow me on Twitter if you want, twitter.com/Asteyni, or you can follow me here on Twitch because I always host when I'm going live
Yeah.
with Eric and all this
Yeah.
fun stuff. And I do have a Discord for board games, so if you like board games, you can join that. And then when my stream starts back up again at some point, which it will, you can get in on that. So that's me. That's fun.
Awesome. All right, I'm just gonna jump in there. Hello, I'm Kelsa. You can find me on the internet on Twitter at Kelsa. Here on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/KelsaDelphi. I am on a lot of role-playing game shows, actually. Currently 6, which is just a few. Here with Eric, I play Blades in the Dark. This evening, I guess, I will be over on AP Gaming Reels channel, where we are beginning Winter's Edge 2. If you followed the original Winter's Edge with Eric, then you'll know a little bit about the world and history. But if you didn't, it's been over 1,500 years. So nobody knows what's going on.
Whoa! Yeah, so that'd be fun.
It's crazy.
Right.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
That's tonight at 5 Pacific.
Yeah,
Then
do it.
check that out. On Monday, I'm over on DoctorWreckage channel again at 5 Pacific, where I run a game of Blades in the Dark, where we're actually in Aruvia, playing in the city of Bright Harbor, and things are a little bit different on the other islands.
Yeah.
And we're going to get more about that Aruvian goodness because I just picked up the special edition of Blades in the Dark. The PDF dropped just recently, and now I've been reading it, and it's so good. So dank. So good. Wednesdays, I'm in 2 games again. That is at 10 a.m. I'm over on RP Glory's channel. We're playing Burning Wheel. And at 5 p.m., I'm back over at Tux's channel where we are playing Open Legend. Very interesting system in a very interesting world, completely made up by us. High fantasy with like Aetherpunk, except we're cops. And I'm a bird person.
Bird people.
And then finally on Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, I'm over on Misclicks where we are playing Apocalypse World Countdown. Although we are not playing this week, we'll be back next week for what will likely be the finale.
Yeah.
That's all my shows, which is a lot.
And I'm Eric, and this has been Blades in the Dark. I'm Eric Volgaris on everything, and I'm a game master and player and all that stuff, and I have to go to the bathroom, so...
Bye.
Take care, everybody.